Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Some fog early should be gone in most areas, though it's still, well, maybe not. I take that back. Retracted. Decreasingly cloudy, 69 the high. It's 58 downtown.
Yeah, the fog sucked this morning on the
Pretty
drive
bad.
in. It was thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe an eighth of a mile visibility. Maybe.
And I sped all the way here.
That's a good move.
Yeah, I went 90.
Safety be damned.
Me too, listening to Thriller.
Got fog lights.
I've always been told, if you
Serious.
overdrive your headlights, then nothing can get to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you're past all the obstacles before they know you're there.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody says.
Yeah.
Very spooky morning.
It was. Yeah.
A lot of spooks out, creeps roaming the streets in the fog.
Scary.
It's always a big concern.
It is.
Especially so close to Halloween when, there is
Ghouls.
a rise in
absolutely.
ghosts.
A lot of specters.
So Friday, Donald Trump made a surprise appearance at Artprize at the Gerald Ford Museum, Presidential Museum. And WZZM snagged him, and then that got them coverage. Jennifer Pascua especially, on MSNBC. No surprise, MSNBC in the bag for the Democrats. But still, great for our friends over at ZZM. And the highlight for me is Jennifer Pascua having the guts to ask a real question in a moment that it would have been perfectly acceptable if they just kind of did small talk.
Especially,
Sure.
without any preparation. Plus, she's not, known for her hard-hitting news. I mean, at some point, maybe, but...
No, they're just there out enjoying
But, I mean,
our
she's,
prize. And
she does a lot of
talking
fun, cool, local cultural things and
Yes.
arts and stuff like that. So,
But she has a background. I mean, she's an anchor and stuff. But still.
Sure, but it's been a while. I mean, that's not how most people think
Also-
of her at this point.
Well, and to
so-
do it unprepared,
with no
that's the
prep
big deal.
time.
All right, here's MSNBC.
Now, good evening, Rachel.
Good evening, Chris. Happy Friday, my friend.
You
Have a
too.
good weekend. And thanks to you at home for joining us this hour. Happy Friday to you as well. It is nice to have you here. One of the things that happens this time of year in the great state of Michigan is something called Artprize. This is the 8th year they have done Artprize. It gets bigger and bigger every year. Last year, they say something like 400,000 people went to it. It's just become this huge phenomenon in that part of the country.
I was irrationally irritated by how she kept saying Michigan does Artprize.
that part of the country is,
It annoyed me so much when I was watching this.
yeah.
Well, she's one of those people that's shocked that anything happens between one of the coasts.
Oh, sure.
That's
So,
probably true.
Basically, what it is, as you can tell from the name, is it's an art contest. Anybody can enter. They call it a radically open art contest. Over the years, thousands of people have entered it. And then, and what is unique about it is that they've got a panel of expert art judges that give out one big prize for the best work of art, and it's a big prize. It's $200,000 for the juried best artwork in the fair. But the reason so many members of the public go, the reason it attracts these giant public crowds, it's apparently the most attended public art event on the planet, year after year now. The reason so many regular folks
And yet
go
I
is
have
because
yet to say what town it's in.
Right.
Yeah.
in addition to the expert jury
Also,
selected
awful lot of
prize,
background here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
I
about
don't
this?
know. I mean, I'm sure,
it's good for Artprize.
to
Yeah.
get this big commercial, but
Right.
at this point, it really has nothing to
I
do
know.
with the actual.
It's like me being her program director. Hey,
Although-
next time, maybe just do this. Well, there's a big event called Artprize going on in Grand Rapids, Michigan right now, and that brings a lot of people out to the streets, including the Gerald Ford Presidential Museum, where Donald Trump stopped by, and the news media was there.
I think what she's doing, I believe, is trying to really sell this, really bang this into your head so that she can say later on, yeah, and Trump had no idea what he was doing, making him seem
I think
stupid.
so,
Right,
yeah.
as though
But
either-
even though she barely, you can tell she's
Right.
just reading it right
sure.
now. She doesn't
Yeah,
know
of
what's
course.
going on either.
No.
they also just let the regular schmoes vote. And so for free, you can show up, go look at hundreds of pieces of interesting art, and you can vote for whatever you like. And whoever is the most popular choice.
Just,
for the best
I mean,
artwork
can
in
you
the-
believe this? Regular schmoes get to vote.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never heard of such a thing.
I
That
hope
is-
our elections never end up like this.
This is ridiculous. Only the trained eye should be able to do this. But no, people who are wearing straw hats and overalls and live in hobbit houses and things can go to this crazy thing happening in this state in the middle of the country that no people know about.
These fat, half-naked flyover goons are able to, if they can manage to get their hands on a smartphone of some sort, cobble together something, they too can vote on art.
Yeah.
Show just the People's Choice. That artist also wins $200,000.
Jesus, we already
so
know
it's
this.
really high stakes. It's neat. You can be part of it. It's a big deal. It's called Artprize.
It's neat. You can be part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're like a loser.
In this time of year. And because it brings hundreds of thousands of people to the Grand Rapids area every year, it's obviously a big deal for the local media there. And so today, all the local news outlets in Grand Rapids, including a local TV station called WZZM, they were all set up at Artprize in Grand Rapids. Technically, they were at the Gerald Ford Presidential Museum in Grand Rapids. That was where it was hosted today.
You wanted her to say Grand Rapids. Well, you've got it.
Yeah, boy, she's really getting them in now.
Now she's getting them in.
What is she playing
there.
a drinking game? Does she? I don't watch her show. I don't watch the 24-hour news channels.
I don't either.
Does she always sound like she's talking to children?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
Their surprise, Donald Trump walked in. I say much to their surprise because this was an unannounced, unexpected visit. People were there to see Artprize. They were not there to see him. They didn't know he was coming. And
he's looking at an oversized legal pad on the wall that I think were Gerald Ford's notes. And in my mind, because of how he talks, he's saying, wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's a big pad.
Like
I'm gonna have a bigger pad.
I've got a big. Physically, it's huge.
I'm going to have a bigger pad when I'm president.
It's going to be the best pad.
I have the biggest pencil.
His pad was good, but my pad will be better.
Porter, if you're like, the co-host of the noon news update show on Grand Rapids Channel 13, and you see Donald Trump unexpectedly walk into the room while you're doing your live news hit from the art fair, what do you do?
She's so condescending.
She is,
man.
Such a condescending human being.
We would never be like that to a story where we weren't familiar with stuff.
Never.
But we always offer everyone. We would be so much more insulting than this.
Oh, my God. We would have destroyed
but
this.
we'd be funny doing it. She's just condescending for no reason.
Right. That's what everybody says when they hear us the first time.
I know.
Those guys sure are funny, not condescending for no reason.
It's totally true.
Oh, my goodness.
It's totally true.
Well, if you are a spunky, quick on your feet, unafraid local reporter like Jennifer Pascua is at WZZM.
I mean, there's no reason you would have necessarily known, but except she probably says her name on the broadcast.
This is not condescending at all when I say if you are a spunky, fun-loving, local gal in the news.
Go get them, little girl. That is how it's.
Oh,
Of
big
course it
time.
does. Yeah.
Jeez, man.
Apparently, you just start yelling across the room at the art fair, hey, Donald, come talk to me. That's what she did. That's how she got her presidential
what would
candidate.
you do? I mean, isn't that what anybody in the news media would do? Yeah. Hey, Donald, come over here.
Yeah.
Interview today. Hey, Donald, come over here. Watch this.
Thank God.
Our presidential candidate for the Republican Party has just arrived here. He's just right outside our 13 News desk. Hey, Donald, Mr. Trump, will you come
Catherine
talk
Barrett
to us?
from Channel 13 is right there. To her credit.
Yeah.
She goes right through the throngs of people,
Yeah.
and she has the wireless mic ready. That was key in this, because that sort of forces their hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a camera on him. She's got the microphone, and she says, because they have the news desk right there, because of Artprize. Boom.
Oh yeah, you don't want to cross Catherine. She'll just lay you out, man.
Yeah.
When she says you're going to go talk to this person, you do it.
I've seen her whoop ass a few times.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have just snagged Republican candidate Donald Trump. How's it going? I am great.
Where's your camera?
Well, I need you to
Where's
come
your
over
camera?
here. Can you come over here towards me? Okay. So, welcome to Grand Rapids.
My camera's my
Well,
phone
we
in
are
my
on.
hand.
Let's
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
initially.
so crazy. Yeah, initially.
Talk to me. Why are you here? Why are you here at the Ford?
Well, we have a lot of respect for Gerald Ford, always have. And they invited us, and the museum is beautiful. And look at all these people.
Yeah. Well,
Look at all these people.
everybody's here for Artprize. This is an internationally acclaimed art competition, so that's why people are here. But clearly,
wow.
the curator.
Oh, wow. That's why all these people, he has no idea why all those people are there at the museum. He's thinking like, wow, the Gerald Ford Museum is really popular. I mean, he has no idea why he's there. But this great local reporter who had no idea he was coming, she thinks on her feet. She just yells out to him, "Hey, Donald!" She gets somebody to run over to him and snap a microphone onto his tie. She doesn't even know if there is a camera that can get him in the shot. So initially, she pulls out her phone and starts shooting it on her phone in case that's going to be the only way she can broadcast it. Ultimately, they do swing a camera around from somewhere, and she tells him why he's there and why all these other people are there. Just a great, great moment. And she gets this interview with Donald Trump, and he brings up Gerald Ford. So she asks him a question about Gerald Ford. This is the Gerald Ford Museum. They talk about that. And again, keep in mind here, she had no idea Trump was going to be there. She is not prepared to have a presidential interview. But just watch where it goes. She asks him this next question you'll see about Gerald Ford. And then watch what she asks him next. And just put yourself in her shoes. Think about whether you would have had the stones in that moment to ask the same thing on the fly, face to face with Donald Trump, unexpectedly, off the top of your head, having no time to prep, having no idea that you're going to be talking to a presidential candidate live on TV that day.
I feel like I'm reading a Chilton's Park manual right now.
No. It's a great ad for Pascua.
It really is.
I mean, she's talking her up big. Oh, she's gone. She's getting calls today.
That's right.
She probably will.
Yep. She is.
She's going to have her own show on MSNBC.
Goodbye, ZZM. Mm-hmm. Hello, big time.
She's going to be Madhouse Fluffer.
Oh, what a dream come true.
He was known for bringing parties together.
I don't think that's a job.
No. She brings her it's fluff, marshmallow fluff.
Yeah,
Maddo loves
Maddo
it.
eats a lot of fluff sandwiches.
Yeah.
I mean, some people like that.
Clam.
Yeah, like it's unexpected,
and then be fluffed.
Now, see,
I would not prefer seafood and dessert.
Yeah, see,
together.
I mean, some people, think it's just for children, but it is really gross when you consider she has.
Yeah, fluff is slurpable for everyone.
Yeah, I like fish and chips, and I like brownies and ice cream, but I don't want fish and brownies.
No, I don't want. I just want the fish, not the brown eye.
Yeah,
brownie. Yeah, you misspoke.
What do you mean?
They respected him, and he brought people together. That's true.
Yeah.
You think of it, people have different opinions of Gerald Ford, but everybody has a good opinion. It's very unusual.
That doesn't make sense. People have different opinions of Gerald Ford, but everybody has a good opinion.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can't make more stupid.
That's why he's so good.
Yeah.
He can literally contradict himself in the same sentence. Yet it sounds normal.
I am angry at either of these candidates for talking about how Gerald Ford was a uniter. He actually was. I want to punch both of them in the face.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Also unusual, Mr. Trump, is the fact that USA Today, they're our partners right now, and they have come out to actually, first time in its 34 years of existence, to come out to say whether or not they support a certain candidate, in which they are saying that you are unfit for the presidency. Your reaction to that?
Holy cow.
What?
That is awesome. If I had asked that question, I might have done it, but I know just from having asked questions like that over the phone where I think it's going to get uncomfortable.
Yep.
I feel my face getting red and my ears start to burn.
My ears get hot and then I pee a little. Yeah, I definitely do.
Impressive,
What
Jennifer.
a death blow.
Yeah.
And also, boy, would that feel bad. This paper has never endorsed anyone.
Yeah.
But they anti-endorsed you.
Yeah, well, the Arizona Republic actually started theirs with, this will break 140 years of tradition.
Yeah.
But for the first time ever, we're endorsing a Democrat.
And then the death threats came.
Yeah, 140 years? Are you kidding?
Mm-hmm.
She just puts that right to his face. So nice to meet you. I had no idea I was going to get to talk to you. What do you think about this idea that you're manifestly unfit for the presidency? She just puts it right to him, right there.
They are saying that you are unfit for the presidency. Your reaction to that?
Well, I don't read USA Today. It's not much of a newspaper as far as I'm concerned. And I really don't know. Nobody called me. All I know is we're leading in the polls. We're doing well.
Donald Trump today at the Gerald Ford Museum. I think
if I were Jennifer Pascua, I would be hoping that Trump gets mad at me and starts hate tweeting me in the middle of the night.
Well, yeah, you would hope
because that would be good. I mean, it'd be a fun. It wouldn't be fun, but it would also be fun to get to go do interviews and everything else.
I would embrace it.
Yeah.
I actually would if that were the case.
Yeah.
I would be ready to respond.
I would want his tweets, but there'd be a lot of hate from his
minions.
Yeah, their minions from his followers,
which would be the drag, obviously.
Yeah, it would be taxing.
Yeah,
but also it'd be kind of cool.
I would, yeah. I mean, I would just relish.
Well, good for her for asking that question of any candidate when they're face to face.
And for getting so much press.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, Jennifer, the news is not supposed to be about the news people.
Yeah, quit being selfish. Mm-hmm. That's not fair.
Good.
That's all for today. Rage Against the Machine.
Well, these guys are voting for Trump. That's what
for
I heard.
sure. They love him.
Yeah.
They always go conservative.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very polarizing.
Yeah.
They're playing a Tea Party event this weekend.
Yep. Surprising. You know who their bass player is? Justin Amash.
I did not know that.
That's where the term
I did not.
Amash Pit comes from.
Oh my gosh.
Never put it together.
Revelation.
Tell that to your friends today.
Yep.
Make sure your family knows all about it. Spread the word.
Don't be stupid. It's 97.9 GRD Rocks.